Here in New Mexico, the high school graduation rate is under 70%, and that's a concern for parents, teachers, school administrators, and community leaders. And there are many steps being taken to address this issue, and mentors in schools and the community are one part of that effort. The Mentor 2.0 program through Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central New Mexico offers professionals an opportunity to connect with a student in person and through email. Our producer Sarah Gustava sat down with the head of Big Brothers Big Sisters and a mentor to learn more about the program.
I'm here today with Angela Reed Padilla, CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central New Mexico. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Sarah.
And Jesus Ontiveros, a senior manager at Sandia National Laboratories. Thanks for sitting down with us.
Good morning, Sarah.
You're a mentor in the Mentor 2.0 project. Why did you decide to get involved?
Education is very important to me. I benefited tremendously from the education process when I was growing up. Most of my mentors were really my family, my parents, my older brother. And I just feel like there's a great need for individuals such as myself to give back to the community and help young people realize their full potential as individuals and not be held back necessarily by lack of positive reinforcement from others.
We all know that many of our young people in New Mexico don't have family that can support them. Maybe their parents are working, they're not available, or there's other things going on with their families. What does it mean to you to have the community step in and be part of that role as a mentor in a young person's life?
Oh, it's tremendous, and one of the great eye-opening things for me recently was what a need there is out in the community for mentors. Stepping in and helping these individuals see themselves for and have the value in themselves of that they truly can do whatever they want to do, and make that a positive message to them. I think it's something that all of us in the community have an obligation to do something on behalf of young people and as regards education.
Angela, how is this program Mentor 2.0 different than other Big Brothers Big Sisters programs?
Big Brothers Big Sisters has been in the community providing one-to-one mentoring services for about 50 years. Our traditional program, our community-based program, will consist of mentors primarily going to the child's home, picking the child up, and then they have very self-directed activities that they do together out in the community. Mentor 2.0 is targeted for high schoolers. We are focusing on keeping these kids in high school and from the time they start as freshmen, looking towards college and looking towards their career. We want them to stay in school and leave high school with a plan. So there's a curriculum, it's very structured. A big piece of the interaction is through email. And so students have weekly Mentor 2.0 classes, which our staff provide instruction for, and then they send emails to their mentors. And then once a month, all the mentors come to the school and they have face-to-face interaction. So it's a lot easier on your time. You don't have to plan activities yourself as a mentor, and it's very focused on that curriculum and those life skills for the high school students.
Jesus, I can imagine that's appealing for folks like yourself.
Very much so, very much so. It's been very convenient for us. The fact that we have email exchanges on a weekly basis allows us to interact with our mentee either on the weekends or at night when we get home. And then the face-to-face, even though it's only maybe 6 times a year, is very meaningful because we get a chance to interact with the mentee at that point.
You also mentioned education earlier. Has it changed how you view kind of the conversation? We're always talking about education in New Mexico and what needs to be done to help our young people succeed, raise our graduation rates. Do you feel a little differently about that conversation and maybe what you see in the news now that you're in this program?
Very much so. I think my perspective growing up was education was something definite that we would go through and go to high school, go to college. What I have found out as part of this program is that that's not always the mindset for individuals. They don't know. They're lucky if they're thinking maybe about just finishing 9th grade or 10th grade. And being able to convey that message to them that education is important if you want to get ahead, if you want to achieve a certain lifestyle, very much need to stay in the education system.
And Angela, is the goal to have the mentors with the students all the way through high school, all 4 years, same mentor, same mentee?
That's the idea. We do focus on the student. So first of all, we want the student to be matched for all 4 years. It's so easy on your time. The year goes so fast for a mentor because it really doesn't take very much time. And so the agencies that have been doing this program, they find the match length is much longer for Mentor 2.0 because it's pretty easy to continue doing that service. But yes, we'd love to see those matches last as long as possible. And for the student, they're going to be matched from their first day as a freshman all the way through their senior year. And we also have 1 year into college.
The students are out of school right now for the summer. You work in Amyville High School and the South Valley Academy. Who are you looking for right now?
Right now, we need about 200 mentors. We need men and women. Women tend to volunteer more often than men, and we need a lot of men, so we actually are running a 60 Men in 60 Days campaign. So if there's any men listening, or if you're a woman and you want to bring your guy in, which is a great way to get men into the program. My husband is volunteering as one of those wonderful men. We really need men, especially to step forward and be that positive role model for these kids as they're considering their future.
And also, what have other programs found when they've done Mentor 2.0? What have they found in the changes in graduation rates or the success of students? Because that's really at the heart of this. Is we talk about education so much in this state. This is just one piece of it. How do you see that as part of raising the graduation rates in our state?
Right. And that's really core to why I, as a CEO, brought Mentor 2.0 to New Mexico. I was visiting in Dallas, and they had started this program. They were finding that agencies who had done this program for as long as 15 years, some of these agencies, they raised the bar by as much as 20% in how many students graduated high school and then went on to their first year of college and then came back for their second year of college. So in a community where we really haven't changed anything in 20 years as far as graduation rates, this is something that can make an enormous difference. If we could change the graduation rate by 20% for these kids, that would affect our economy, that'd affect our communities. And so I said, we have to try this here. This is so amazing. And lots of businesses have been getting on board with this.
Jesus, they're looking for men right now. What do you think is different about the conversation you might have with another man, another professional in the community about this program?
Well, I think it's important to have these mentees see a male role model. And generally, I think that the program is to align a male mentee with a male mentor. And so to be able to see a role model maybe that they don't have at home, I think is important for us to realize, those of us that are professionals and work in different businesses, is to understand that many cases these mentees don't have that male role model, and to see somebody that is successful, has achieved a certain status in their professional career, and then to use them as again, a role model that they can emulate and move forward in their careers, I think is extremely valuable.
I want to thank both of you for sitting down with me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
I'm Gene Grant. Here's a tip. Join us online at newmexicoinfocus.org to hear what this week's Line panelists had to say about the Fiesta Council's decision to strip the Espanola Valley Fiesta's La Reina of her crown over comments she made on Facebook about Espanola. And as always, we appreciate your time and effort to stay informed and engaged, and we'll see you next week in Focus. Get a preview of what's coming up on the next New Mexico in Focus. It's easy. Sign up for our weekly email at newmexicoinfocus.org.